A minute with the Newsport here with Sam Robertson, who is Port Douglas's Miss Carnival contestant. Sam, where are you originally from and what brought you to Port Douglas?
New Zealand originally, but I moved over here about 9 years ago. My mum told me it was for a holiday, just so that I wouldn't complain, and we just stayed. So that was how I ended up being in Port Douglas.
You were tricked.
I was tricked.
What's your What's your favourite restaurant in the area and why?
Ooh, probably Lure actually, at a 4 till 6 happy hour, because they do good tapas and cheap pots of beer.
Nice. What's your favourite sport?
Favourite sport? Oh,
Drinking doesn't count.
Drinking doesn't count,
No.
so it's probably I don't mind yoga, if that's considered a sport. Yoga's good.
What was the last fancy dress costume you wore?
Oh gosh, I dressed up as Aubrey Hepburn for a fancy dress dinner night at Chris's place. It was heroes and heroines, and Audrey Hepburn is a hero, so I went as her.
When was the last time that you went skinny dipping and where?
Oh, see, this is a hard one. The last time that I do remember properly was probably it was Paddy's Day, probably a couple of years ago. We dyed the pool green and went diving naked, so that was the last time I went skinny dipping.
Sam.